What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for another Tottenham update today, your second update in today. And we didn't speak about Conte in the last update, so it's about time we speak about Conte, because Matt Law has done an update on Antonio Conte today, and he says Antonio Conte's contract includes a clause that could allow him to choose to stay on for an extra 12 months should the club finish the season in the Premier League's top four, which would be worth a further £15 million if he was still in charge. Spurs could sack Conte and agree to pay the remainder of his initial deal in one lump sum, which is just under £44 million, place him on gardening leave and pay his normal salary until the end of the season, or find a mutual settlement for less than the value of his deal. Sources do not believe Tottenham currently have a strong case for trying to sack Conte for any alleged breach of contract with no compensation. And we had word from our source as well today, and he said that so what's happening is that Levy is trying to get Conte to resign so he doesn't have to pay the compensation. He doesn't want to pay the compensation. And he also said that Conte is currently speaking to another unnamed Italian club. Ali Gold says that Antonio Conte is yet to return to Hotspur Way, as Ryan Mason and Stellini took charge of a training ground friendly today against Ipswich. But it's nothing to do with all these talks why Conte wasn't there. It's just very normal for Conte during an international break to spend the first part of that in Italy. And Matt Law said that on Ryan Mason, he said Daniel Levy is believed to have given consideration to installing Ryan Mason as an interim manager until the end of the season and trying to make a permanent appointment by checking on the out-of-work candidates. So what do you make out of this whole Conte?
Yeah, I'm no legal expert, but I would assume that Conte wouldn't really have a case to claim for that extra year's compensation if he does get sacked now. However, what I would say is he has previous of suing his employers. He sued Chelsea for wrongful dismissal when he got sacked.
Apparently it was successful as well.
He won. Yeah, he won the claim back in 2018.
And Daniel Levy will be looking at that being like,
yeah,
we need to tread carefully.
100%. And Conte's shown he's not afraid to go back and sue his employers. Actually, Abramovich sacked him off the grounds of a breach of contract. As what was the term they used that Spurs felt like they don't have a strong case for?
They don't have for breach of contract.
Yeah, so Chelsea claimed they did because of Conte's behaviour in his last year in charge of Chelsea, and obviously he battled against it and he didn't agree with the compensation he was paid, and he ended up winning. So Spurs will definitely have to be wary of that case. But for Conte to claim the extra year's compensation, he would have to prove that he was going to finish top four and extend his contract, and Tottenham prevented him from doing that, which means that what they sacked him, they cost him 15 million basically, even though that extension wasn't in place. I think Tottenham would probably be able to prove that they didn't cost him 15 million, but in Conte's favour, we are in fourth right now. So
and also, in every press conference up until this last one, he's been calling for time and patience.
Yeah, I don't think that would go into it. I think if you're talking about facts, he's in fourth, and if he finishes fourth, that the option goes to him. Apparently, what I read in the article is that right now Tottenham have the option of extending, and if he finished fourth, then it goes to Conte.
Correct.
So I guess Tottenham are just treading carefully at this point. Maybe that's why we haven't seen him being sacked yet. Why it's taking so long? I guess because you think after what happened, and with all the talk of Spurs saying to Paul, like, what's the hold up? What they're waiting for? Obviously, he's not staying.
Do you think Conte is just going to go back to Levy and being like, all right, if you're not going to sack me, fair enough, I'm just going to stay till the end of the contract and rot it out till the end?
I'm going to get top four and extend, and then you'll have to sack me. Imagine he does that, really puts Levy in a corner, forces him to pay 15 million. You know what?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, you just have to respect that at that point. If he gets top four, he's like, I'm going to get top four just so you have to pay me.
Just to spite you.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, he's going to get him top four, earn him all the money they make, and pay all that money back.
Basically, yeah, exactly. Pay back. Look, I think I just have to tread carefully, but I would assume once they've gone through all the legal stuff, I think they'll probably land on the fact that they won't have to pay him the extra year. And that's when they'll probably sack him. But in terms of obviously they're going to try and make him resign, so they'd have to pay the full compensation for from now to the end of the season, which obviously they would not. Obviously, Levy would want to save every single thing he can, and he's set to probably pay around 4 million, I think, in compensation right now if he is to be sacked, Conte.
But what a mess if he's not gone by the next few days, really. If he's not gone by that Everton game,
Imagine he's still here by the time he. Yeah, imagine.
Because it's just going to be a complete mess. Because you've got a manager in charge that doesn't want to be there. You've got a manager in charge where the players don't want him to be there, and the owner doesn't want him to be there, and more than half the fan base don't want him to be there. So literally, nobody is happy in this situation.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, it'll be a really strange situation. To be honest, it's a bit weird it's gone on this long, but I guess we're just taking our time with it. I guess you can take this long when it's an international break.
Yeah, but.
It's a bit of a strange situation.
It's just a standoff at the moment. That's where we're at.
Yeah, literally. Mexican standoff.
So we'll see where we're at. We'll hear some more stuff tomorrow, so we'll see where we're at with that. In terms of transfer stories, we've got 2 to bring you today. Mark Guehi of Crystal Palace, a journalist called Steve Kay. I'm not sure who he is or how reliable he is, but I'll bring you the news anyway. He says Spurs are interested in signing Guehi in the summer, but Palace wants £65 million. Spurs only want to pay that £45 million.
Yeah, 45 million seems seems fairer. 65 million seems I understand he's a good up and coming young English centre back who's got experience now for a couple of years in the Premier League and he's doing well, but 65 million is a massive fee for someone like him. I just don't know if he's I think we can probably get better than for that money right now for 65 million. So I think 45 million is more fair, to be honest.
And if this is true and we are willing to spend 45 million on a centre back, why have they not released that release clause already for Kim Min-jae?
Yeah, good question. They should have done it. I mean, not to say that Kim Min-jae is interested in coming to us, but
at least give it a go.
Yeah, you could easily do it. Yeah.
All right, and the last story of the day, again from Steve Kay, says that Tottenham have recently inquired about Aymeric Laporte and Pau Torres. Laporte is the one that I'm really excited about if it's true. He is out of favour at Man City. I think he made it clear, or there was a report not long ago saying that he does want to leave the club in search of first-team football. And I think he would be number 1 on my list for that left centre-back role.
Yeah, it would really help getting someone like Laporte to have Champions League football next season, I think. Obviously, you could maybe still get him without it, but I think he probably sees us as a more attractive proposition if we do have Champions League football next season.
Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko both went to Arsenal.
I know, I'm saying it's still possible, but it makes us more attractive if we do have Champions League football, in my opinion. Obviously, Man City as well. They might be thinking they're learning from their mistakes of last year of giving players to Premier League rivals. So that's another thing we have to battle. But Laporte would be a brilliant signing, in my opinion. I think he's a top centre-back, really good ball-playing centre-back who's obviously got experience of winning Premier League titles. And when he first joined, he was like a big difference for them, I remember. Like they were struggling a bit defensively, and then he joined and he really helped them shore things up. But now they've got people like Diaz through the door and Stones
really come along this season.
So maybe they're more willing to let him go. But Laporte's just one of those players where, you wouldn't be surprised if Ake gets injured and then Laporte's back in and he just keeps his place for like another 2 years. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
he's of that quality.
It's kind of one of those players where if he is available, you kind of just got to get him now while you can. Otherwise, you're going to miss the boat.
Absolutely.
And Pau Torres... I like Pau Torres, but I don't know if he's kind of kicked on from when he was really breaking onto the scene a couple of years ago, from obviously going to the semi-final of Villarreal, doing well for Spain, and then I don't know if he's been...
last season.
It was, but I don't know if he's kind of kept up those standards this season for Villarreal.
Yeah, I'm not sure as well. And I believe, is this the last year of his contract or second last year of his contract, something like that? It's definitely running down. I mean, he would definitely be on my list, but a bit further down on my list, Pau Torres, that's for sure. But Laporte has got to be one of the top guys on our list. If he's available, he's just one of those deals that you just go and get it done. He's of that quality.
But you need if you're going to have someone like Laporte as centre back, you need to be playing in a possession-based kind of system. He can't be in a team like where he's doing so much defending, because that's not where his strength lies.
He'll be brilliant under Poch.
Under Poch would be good, yeah.
All right, well, that is your Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below any thoughts regarding any of the news stories we've brought to you today. How do you think it is going to end up with Antonio Conte? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always,
come on, you Spurs.